space, minds immeasurably superior to ours.
From the world beyond.
Regarded this earth with envious eyes.
Howard 101 brings you
Envious eyes.
Riley Martin.
In 1953 in northeastern Arkansas, I had seen lights above the river for 3 nights running.
Call 888-STERN-101 with your questions. The Riley Martin Show on Howard 101.
Hello. Good people. Welcome to the Riley Martin Show. We're glad you're here. Tonight, our show is being sponsored by the great Steven Singer Jewelers. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com today. Even though out of all the time that I've advertised Steven, and I love him, he's never sent my dear wife even a Chinese token. However, go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Welcome to the Riley Martin Show. We are living in perilous times. I've almost reached the end of my rope. Those of you who already have symbols, consider yourself lucky, for the time draws nigh when they will no longer be available or anything of that nature, and I'll cash it in and go about my merry way. If what I have said to you is not of any value to you, then you won't join me because you think perhaps Sarah Palin and Michelle Bachmann can save you. Back in the studio, again, is the one and only, the great, the magnificent, the actor, the writer, the choreographer, the great technician, Matt Little Nicky Scarfo Nicosia. And a shout out to the lovely Angela, cute as a button she is. Let me also give a shout out to the great John the Hammer Hunterlike, marvelous technician. Chris the Lover Libertini. And of course the brilliance of John the Hammer, John the Jamborg, Curver, Steve the Lone Wolf Langford, wherever you are, we wish you well. The genius of Dan the Song Parody Man, here in the studio with us, once again, having smoothed down the road. And I said, state troopers, prevent him crossing the county line. They said, sir, we saw nothing. He smoothed through and he said, beep, beep, hey, Space Cowboy. I speak of none other than the great Double Al Regoni. And a shout out to the lovely Michelle. And of course, by my side, as usual, is the one and only, the great, the inimitable, the genius, Tonius and Mysadius, as sometimes, though nonetheless, very interesting entity called Eron Macaulay.
I'm something like your caddy.
No. It's like I was riding with, with, my boy. And then what we did was we got drunk, loaded up a carload of horse, drove into a tree, and got beat with a hammer like that. You know what I mean? And then that's why we became famous. But bless your heart. Welcome to the Roddy Martin Show. We're glad that you're here. I meant what I said. I love Steven Singer because the man has great values and deals that's better than any other I've ever seen. Yet, he has neglected my dear wife on the Chinese token thing. Welcome to the Rodman Show. Iran, talk to me.
All right, the people want to talk to you. They can call you, people. You can call the Spaceman tonight with questions, 888-STERN-101. You can also email us at RileyMartin@SiriusXM.com. Okay, I have calls and I have emails and questions. Do you have a preference?
I don't care, man. Turn them loose, man, because I got something to say.
Okay, Double O, let's go. Here's JP in Washington State.
JP in Washington State.
Double O Spaceman, what's going on? Ron, what's up, bud?
How are you?
You got it.
Hey, man, it's an honor to kick off your gig tonight. I love it. Hey, Riley, you okay? You sound a little under the weather right now.
Well, hey, kid, look, I got a hip and a knee replacement. I got a bad jaw. I got a bad shoulder. Nobody's helping me. They don't care.
That's bullshit. Hey, check it out. I heard Pharrell's going to be off on vacation next week. Anybody talk to you about extra gigs?
No. I've been asking them. Say, hey, man, how about extra hour or two every so often when, like, somebody's off or something like that? Mm-hmm. They won't even do that. They'd rather play the thing about putting whores on machines.
You know, they got like 15 hours of show to fill up next week, and they want to put black on black on. I think you should get at least 4 of those hours.
Well, I mean, my goodness, I do not begrudge. Yeah, I do not begrudge these young men. Let them. I wish them well. Wish them well. You know, they let them have their show on Monday night, one show. But you know what? You put in your time. You've been at Sirius for, I don't know, as long as I've been listening. Yeah.
And, I just hate to see them keep you down in the basement like that.
Well, my goodness, this is what you get from those who would find solace and joy in doing divers and evil towards others and things of this nature. This is they've been to the crossroads and sold their souls. And therefore, the more pain they can wreak upon those who are actually bona fide, the better they feel inside. But I love them. However, they have sold short of my assessment of the human equation, you know?
Oh, yeah. You follow me on Twitter. I sent a message out today. I said, Riley Martin tonight, be there or we'll leave you behind. You see what I'm saying?
Dick, and we are at a most precarious time in the history of mankind, and it weighs heavily upon my bosom and in my mind and in my reflections. And if what I've said to you is not worthy of your intellect, then they are doing me right. But if not, then I don't know why they would make it, so that I cannot live, you know?
All right, thanks for that call. Next call.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It's Lewis in Boston.
Hello, Lewis in Boston.
Hello, Riley.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay, Lewis.
I'm doing fine. What's up, Iran? This is one of the twins from Boston.
Okay.
Hey, I just want to ask you about this symbol. Now, Riley, if you do expire, what would be the process before the aliens come? What would be the process about the symbols getting on the ship? Because obviously you're the main attraction to the aliens. They're gonna
about 34 years ago, they took genetics from me, and I understand that there's a younger Raleigh aboard that ship now, being orientated and what have you. So I won't leave you. And they will bring you up through a system of molecular dispersal. That means they can zip you up without having to even slow down the process and all that. And I will not leave you, because life is eternal, and I'll always be there with you, kid. But all I'm saying is that they have caught me at a down moment, and they're rubbing it in simply because of the evilness within their hearts. And I suppose the next thing they would do is try to use Gentile children's blood to season their matzo balls or something. I don't know. So, forgive me for being out of sorts.
All right, thanks for that call, Lewis. Okay, speaking of the clone here, you know, humans have a concept that we have a soul, and I was wondering, how does that apply to a clone? I mean, would a clone be a completely unique thing, or what? What is that like?
They know enough about me, and have encoded me enough into the neurotronic computers as to where the clone will have many of my qualities and abilities. Nonetheless, it won't be the exact same. See what I mean?
Wow. All right, next call. This is James in Delaware.
Hello, James in Delaware.
Good evening, Mr. Martin.
How are you, James?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Hey, I just wanted to ask you, when you were with the Diavians, did you beg them and bum money off of them like you do Howard? And
I'm not borrowing anything, son. If my show is not worthy of your listening ability, then they should just go ahead and turn me loose so I can go on the dole and be a chattel to government handouts or something like that. But if
I wasn't sure if they ever encountered any other species that wanted somebody to kind of take them under their wing and
no, if I am not worthy of getting what I deserve, then I should not be there. Therefore, I will say, okay, good man, then I am not worthy of your time. What I'm saying to you is apparently not good information, and therefore, show me up for my ignorance and let me go.
Ah, okay. Well, did you happen to steal anything off the ship while you were on there, by any chance?
I always tried to steal something, but I never succeeded.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thanks. Take care.
Speaking of, you said you had a wad of hemp cannabis in your pocket when you got there, and they removed it. And I wanted to know, did they give it back to you? Why did they remove it?
No, but I knew it was that because when me in question was laying in the Hyborian garden, and he had this pipe, looked kind of like, kind of like a pipe from old England or something, and he had lit it up, and I could smell that was my herbs, and then he dropped a piece of purple bud in there. That's when we went etherical sailing and stuff like this, you know?
And also, were you allowed to cigarette smoke in the presence of these?
Sure.
ETs?
However, it's not made out of the same stuff that you would make it out of. Nonetheless, it tastes the same, you know?
Yeah. All right, this is Dante in San Francisco.
Hello, Dante.
Riley Martin.
How are you?
Let me ask you a question, buddy. Were you in southeast Missouri, northeastern Arkansas about 1965, 69?
Yeah, kind of.
Did you meet a lady named Henrietta? Possible relationship with her?
Well, no, wait a minute now. Yeah, I've known several Henriettas.
Okay, because I was talking to my mom, and we think you're my daddy, and I would like to come speak to you.
Oh, well, my goodness, son, are you kind of dulcet brown?
I am. Candy brown, caramel brown is what they call me.
Yeah.
And I look really a lot like you. I was looking at your nose on the website, and I really think you're my daddy. And I'm going to be going to law school next semester, and what I would like to do, Dad, is represent you, because I know they're paying that Chuck Zito a lot more money than they're paying you, Dad.
Son, make me proud.
I want to.
And your mother was a good woman.
She was.
A loving woman and a wonderful woman.
Can you say hi to her, Dad?
Yes, I can. Hi, sweet cakes.
Henrietta.
Henrietta? Oh, I called her Pookie.
Oh, that's what she said. Yep, you're my daddy. Now, what she wanted me to ask you, now that I found you, because we've been buying symbols just to get close, what she wanted me to ask you is there, now that you're making a lot of money in radio...
I'm not making no lot of money, son. That's why I'm bitching.
Well, Chuck Zito gets paid $7,000 a show, and you're better
Jesus Christ, son.
And you
if I got to pay $7,000 a show, then I would be on Front Street. I am not getting nowhere near that, nor anything of my worth. Nonetheless,
Dad,
give your mom my love.
Can I say something real quick, Dad?
Yeah.
I totally believe you're not making $7,000 a show, but as far as back child support, that's what I'm going to be asking.
Okay. Then go ahead and you will get access to my vast Tim Sabian fortune.
Everybody's got a stand-up routine now. All right, next call. This is Robert in Idaho, Riley.
Okay. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Riley. Quad tens and one.
God, engine one, Robert.
Hey, let me ask you a quick question. First of all, I want to say I think it's bullshit what Tim Sabian is doing as far as the Black on Black show. I think you are serious, and you should have at least 2, if not 3 of them shows named.
Well, Ray, he's only doan what Howard told him to do because he's
Howard's a dickhead too. I mean,
he's a toe-sucking mealyworm.
They're not allowing you to survive. I mean, it's bullshit.
I know, kid.
But my real question, Riley, is I got one of your symbols and I had it tattooed on my back. But I'm wondering, I don't want to lose the symbol. Do I need to have the paper symbol?
No, you do not.
Mothership, or?
No, you do not. For instance, if you bought a symbol from me and something happened, heavens forbid, there should be a fire or a flood or a tornado and all that, you have been encoded. It will not be held against you. The only thing that will prevent your wayfarership is if someone come to you and say, sell me that symbol, and you sold it. Then you would have your reward.
No, I would never sell it. But like I said, I just want to know, because I do have it tattooed on my back. But
You're fine.
That was good enough.
The Biavians find that commendable, though I would not advise everyone to go around tattooing the symbol, but the Biavians find it commendable that from Matt Penta did his. They thought it was rather spiffy. Nonetheless, you are encoded. Therefore, your ticket is set. Don't worry. Okay?
Riley, my friend, I thank you very much.
You're welcome. Give my love.
All right, here's a quick email. This is from Catherine O'Neill. And she says she's happy that she stumbled across your show here recently, but she wants to know what is the significance of the 144,000 symbols.
Well, cousin.
And it's mentioned in Revelations 144.
Well, cousin, we believe that if we can get 144,000 heads of families and their immediate loved ones of all races, creeds, and colors, that we will have enough of a genetic diversity to reproduce the entire human race, if necessary, without having to marry, say, your first cousin or something like that. That's the meaning of the 144,000. Now, there may be other biblical meanings and something of that nature, but I did not invent it, you know.
Catherine O'Neill, thanks for the email. Thanks for listening. Next call is Robert in Chicago.
Hello, Robert in Chicago.
Hey, Riley, you sound even more retarded than ever. You fucking drunk.
Okay,
Don't fuck yourself, man.
Well, I can understand that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. Which is, what you do is, try to go and clean Michelle Bachman's toilet.
All right, this is Red in Denver.
Hello, Red in Denver.
Hey, Riley.
Hi.
Just getting my speaker off. So I got a question about Neanderthal man.
Okay.
Did you ever access any information on Neanderthal man from the aliens?
Yes. About 4 million years ago in northern Africa, the sapien biped erectors more or less branched off. Now, we know now that even the chimpanzee is about 98% of our genetics and what have you. The Neanderthal was closer and what have you. And ultimately, he lost out to the sapien erectors. However, not altogether genetically. Even until this day, his blood runs in the veins of any number of the human equation. However, he did not succeed because of his gentle, indulgent ways. He did not succeed as man came to fore. You see what I mean?
Sure. Well, there's a study from Germany, the Max Planck Institute, and they've basically come to the conclusion that all non-African humans are 4% Neanderthal. They believe that somewhere like 30 to 40,000 years ago, similar time frame with the aliens, that mankind, that Cro-Magnon man coming out of Africa met Neanderthal, and they interbred, and we still have 4% of their genes.
Well, sure. That's what I was saying.
I wonder if maybe what they're studying and they're saying, if maybe they're actually looking at alien genes rather than Neanderthal genes. And
well, we know about 4% of our DNA, about 96% of our DNA, we have not yet deciphered. I can tell you truthfully that the extraterrestrials, starting about 35,000 years ago in northern Africa, came down, these angels, so to speak, in Genesis, and looked upon the daughters of men and found them fair and took of them wives. And so we do have the alien gene. Now, I say this because from the Big Bang, there's only a finite amount of chemosynthesis throughout the universe. Therefore, on BRV, you saw a fish. He may look a little different in physiologic essence, but he still be a fish. Therefore, in this Milky Way galaxy, we have kindred all across the galaxy. You see what I mean? Thanks. Yeah, that was a good question.
All right, I think this is Chris in Arizona.
Hey, Chris. Give me the password.
Apple Blossom. Apple Blossom? Riley?
Okay, hold it. What's the password, Chris?
Come on, Chris. All right, he's gone. All right.
Yeah.
Next call.
You blew it.
This is Steve in Ohio.
Hello, Steve in Ohio.
Hey, Riley.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to let you know one thing, man. That bean and mushroom soup that you put on in the crock pot, that is the bomb, man.
Oh, yeah. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Iran has learned the secret.
No, first of all, it's great. I mean, that's absolutely terrific. And then my other question was, I just want to ask you real quick, how do the Avians communicate with the other aliens, like the Screed?
Okay. Now, with the Screed, they have to use electronic cross-reference or something of that nature, but they can communicate. Let me give a shout-out here to my lovely Barbara Bocas and Tara Andrews, South Carolina. Barbara, I'm with you, darling. You and Tara and I will devote my time for a while to you alone. David Bethencourt and the family. Dave, I didn't hear from you, did I? In Miami, Florida. Christian Mortensen in Houston, Texas. He's only 14, but he's brilliant. Dave Burkhardt and the kids Kenzo and Rico and Tokyo, Japan. Brad Austin and Harvey Roca. Happy birthday, Art. In Albany, New York. Michael Gilliland, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Professor Tao, the lovely Lisa Marie down in D.C. area. George Mosley Jr., friend Cliff Green and Miss Helene, Macon, Georgia. Kevin McNamara and Shelby Township, Michigan. Black Tool Wilson and the family in Temple Hills, Maryland. Michael Terrell in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Michael Mandy and the lovely, he's a son of Mary Cap. And Michelle out in Reseda, California. And Hutchinson, Michelle Hutchins. Yes, Chris McGee in Lexington, Kentucky. He's an attorney. John Ruggiero and Tyler Oyst, attorneys in Garden City, New Jersey. Wayne Johnson in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. He's an aerospace smart guy. Kevin Casper, the great musician in Baton Rouge. Norman Yee in Honolulu, Hawaii. Chris from Arizona. Thomas Wilson, Kanab, Utah. Thank you. Okay, stay with us. We shall return.
Riley Martin.
In 1953 in northeastern Arkansas, I had seen lights above the river for 3 nights running.
Call 888-STERN-101 with your questions. The Riley Martin Show on Howard 101.
You are on the verge of destroying the entire universe.
Call 888-STERN-101 and make contact. The Riley Martin Show. Howard 101.
And welcome back to the Riley Martin Show. People, if you want to get a gander at me and talk to me straight up, go to Susan Duval Seminars. Get a pencil now. Susan Duval, Duval1L, seminars.com. We're going to be in Doylestown, Pennsylvania on Saturday, October 8th. So you got plenty of time now to go ahead. We are going to do a lecture called The Intergalactic Revelations at Susan Duvall 1L. And be there. Won't cost you much. And write your questions down because I'll spill my guts. Okay? And we love you. And what have you. So, people, okay, there's another young man. His name is Darren Foley. Kinga and the kids down in Chicago. He sent me a survival kit. And it's jammed up. I can go in the woods now and live forever with the accoutrements that's in that kit. Go to Survival. You might need it in the near future. You know what I mean? Okay, back to you, Iran.
All right, before we go back to the calls here, I have a question about something in your book here.
All
right. You depicted a creature. You named it. You call this creature the Ancient One. And I want to know, can you describe this creature? And my question is, how close is it to being a human? And why do you call it the Ancient One?
We have found that given pure oxygenation content, that the brain itself can rejuvenate itself indefinitely. Now, these are creatures with the occipital lobe, the occipital bridge, where they can actually see through one eye, one big eye, and they are made out of a kind of acrylic, pliable substance. Their capillaries and their nerve endings are left intact. However, other than that, physiology, the rest of it is like a cold fusion heart. And they power the ships. Say you wanted to go to Andromeda 30,000 light years from now. The crew would lay in repose because even they cannot withstand that length of time. However, the Ancient Ones can. All you have to do is feed it data. As long as it gets data where it can keep thinking, then it will not get bored, so to speak. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But they are made out of an acrylic see-through type substance with that's filled with a liquid nutrient that allegedly can keep them alive for the next 100,000 years if necessary.
Yeah, and where do the organic parts of it come from?
From a living being. It may be the brain and nerve endings and capillaries of a Stygian scientist, or perhaps a Biavian, or even a Dorian, and what have you. And they are able to withstand and gather copious amounts of data and read it back and ruminate upon it, even as they are crossing vast distances of space and time. Okay?
Got it. Next call. This is Eric in Ohio.
Eric.
Hey.
Ron. Eric.
You.
Good to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I was doing some research online, and I was noticing they had a thing from I think it was July 20th of this year, where they were showing some strange sightings around the moon, around the sun, actually.
Okay.
And it looked they're saying that it's some sort of alien spacecraft. I don't know if you had known anything about that.
Well, certainly. Look, we're coming to a pivotal point in the human equation. Around the winter solstice of the year 2012, there are a number of things that are going to transpire at a single time that ultimately maybe make or break for the human equation. Now, I have it on good information that I'm going to talk to these people again between now and that time and argue the case of humanity because they do have the technology to offset what's coming down. And we need that and what have you. These trivialities that is going on this planet now, this hatred and all this is measured into the equation. Nonetheless, you are right. They are trying to get a link on the sun flares and the flux that's going to more or less have a decided effect upon this planet. Let us see where we go from here, good man. But you're right. There are ships paralleling the sun. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that call. Mm-hmm. This is Steve in Whitstone.
Hello, Steve in Whitstone.
Come on, Steve.
Right. Yeah, right. You're holding me up here.
Next one, this is Timothy in New Jersey.
Hello, Tim.
Hello, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, I got a question about a lot of the theories and stuff that you come up with, and as I'm listening to you here now, and you were saying that at some point in the future the Biavians are going to be contacting you and you're going to argue the case of the human race, as though they somehow are going to be judge of something that happens here on the planet with us. Why would they choose you as a representative when
Steve, I would rather that they have chosen you because you're a far more intelligent man than I.
I don't believe that it would be an intelligence thing, and I'm speaking seriously. I think it would be probably more to their advantage to pick someone who had more contact and more information. And
well, I don't know anyone. I don't know of anyone who has had more contact, but I could think of a lot of people that would go before me as far as intellect is concerned. And so I did not buy into this. It just happened like that. And so Steve, I am so sorry that I will not perhaps acquit myself well as you would have done under the same circumstances.
Next call is Chris in Arizona.
Hello, Chris.
How about that apple blossom?
Yes, you are here.
Yeah. All right. That was me the first time, too.
Okay, well, you didn't say nothing, did you?
Well, I hung up on my phone on accident. That was my bad.
Okay.
Couldn't get it out.
Right. So I apologize for that. And my question is about Jonah.
Okay.
Well, at the start.
Jesus Christ, Chris.
I'll wait.
Wait.
I'll wait.
Until I get back. Let me give a shout out here to Mike, the great Mike, and Diane Boyd, Jamal, and Luna Lawson out in Ogden, Salt Lake City. Mike, I love you. Thank you for your kindness. Jamal, thank you for your upcoming kindness. You have love for me, which a lot don't. Mikey Blundick Sr. and Jr., Jennifer Babcock, Chicopee, Mass., New York State. Thank you, Mikey Blundick, and you know why. All of you guys know I love you dearly. Jacobs Woodstock and the crew up in Oakville. Ontario, Canada. Dr. Marsh Galula, he's gone over now. He's crossed over to the other side. But a brilliant man, and my heart is with you up there in heaven, rusticating with the young angels, Doc. Sticking Jenny Carter out there on the road. Todd Pee Wee Jenkins on the road.
Pee Wee.
The lovely Eva Wallentek out in Las Vegas. Gary and Lisa, the Avatar. Gary and Lisa Parsiak, the lovely Lisa, Des Plaines, Illinois. Margaret, and in memory of Dick Woodward out in Ramona, California, we love you. Clifford and Helene Green in Macon, Georgia. I'm going to be wearing your clothes and sporting because you are so groovy. And I love you all. Rob Weldon Jr., his love, my mom, Joy, down in Griffin, Indiana, and out of California. Dr. Robert Friedman, Ann Merkel, Drs. Ann Merkel, April Smith, Dr. Avalone Sarante, Nikki, Ann Yarbison, Ellie, Miss Polly, Jenny, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Stay with us. We shall return.
From the world above, from the world beyond, The Riley Martin Show. Call 888-STERN-101 with your questions, your experiences, your beliefs, your prophecies. The Riley Martin Show on Howard 101.
People of Earth, attention.
Howard 101. The Riley Martin Show. Call 888-STERN-101 and make contact from the world above, from the world beyond. The Riley Martin Show.
And we are back. Thank you for staying with us. Let me give a shout out and a belated birthday wish to my dear Robin Quivers, my darling. Happy birthday. Many happy returns. You certainly don't look it. You're beautiful and still juicy. My bird Damien, the cockatoo from hell. I said, Damien, here's a picture of Robin Quivers. Wish her a happy birthday. And he looked at the picture. He said, man, I'd love to get a beak on that bitch. And I said, man, look, who taught you, these words and all that type of stuff? I said, honey. She said, yes, Ratty. I said, did you teach this bird this explicit ladies? Damien, don't talk like that. This is a lady. She's been down in South America, got mud rubbed on her, and some rum poured on her, while holy men stood around playing with themselves. And therefore, please, have a little respect. He said, I still like to get a beak on that bitch. And Robin, we love you. And take care. Welcome back to the Riley Martin. Welcome back to the Riley Martin Show. Right. And double O. But I hope he didn't chastise me, but just looking at me, with his big head and stuff, and all that. And bless your heart, Robin. We love you. And take care. We know that you have a good heart, and that's love within you, as well as juiciness, as Damien has attested to. Right. Back to you, Ron.
All right, back to Chris in Arizona.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, I don't blame Damien. I thought about licking her once or twice, too.
That's what I'm saying. He said, I'd like to get a beak on her. Yeah.
Well, he's got a beak. I got a tongue that works just as good.
That's right, Chris. So, what was your question? What's your question, Chris?
Are you with us, Chris? Next call.
Oh, well, hold on. He was asking about Jonas.
All right.
Jonas and the belly of the whale. No. Oh, Chris, around the 6th century, when they translated the Bible, they say Jonas got swallowed up by, say, a big fish. Well, in the mind of the world at that time, the whale was the biggest fish they could think of. But we know that from the esophagus, that a whale could not swallow a full-grown human being. There are some other fishes in the ocean that could have done it, even though they would have mangled him. So I'm inclined to believe that Jonas was picked up by what we call the Niptonians, who are sea people, and he would have been brought into the ship and taught some things like that. But I'm only speculating. And when they let him go several days later, well, that will be enough to give someone an epiphany to be a prophet, would it not? And what have you. So that's your answer, Chris. Okay?
All right, thanks, Chris. Next call. This is Rob in Chicago.
Hello, Rob.
Riley.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
It's my first time calling. I've been listening to you for a while. I'm a trucker. You helped me get through the night. Just want to say thank you for that.
Thanks.
And my question is, I'm looking to rent the DVD. What's the most realistic alien movie out there that I can rent?
Now, they have so many alien DVDs and things like that till it's hard to mention, say, one that's dead on or anything of that nature, simply because it's Hollywoody and all that type of stuff. However, I would suggest that you go to thecosmiclegend.com and get my last lecture or something like that, or get the book or the talking book or the written book and what have you, and I can give you the inside skinny. But most of the rest of the stuff is basically, with the exception of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which came close to mimicking their technology. Other than that, I cannot really and truly recommend anything that's dead on truth about anything that's going down and what have you. I don't see that they have really exhibited any great thing thus far. However, realize that this book was written like 25 years ago. Now they are coming out with a great deal of things. I told you in the book that after the wreck at Roswell, they found 4 bodies, but one was still alive and was kept alive for a short time thereafter, perhaps several weeks, and what have you. So these things will come to fore, but I cannot recommend a movie that's dead on about anything other than Hollywood. Okay?
All right, next call. This is Timothy in New Jersey.
Hello, Timothy in New Jersey.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
I think we got disconnected, and while we were talking, I guess my call kind of got mixed up with that guy Steve or something beforehand. But
okay.
My question to you again was about the choice of a representative and them choosing you to be Avians. You know, and they're going to basically serve as some kind of a judge or something to the human race.
No, I'm not judging anything. I am saying that I will argue that humans are worthy of getting some help. Now, this is not that they are instituting our doom. It is a manner of cosmic elementals that are coming into line at a given time that may end up wiping out 95% of all life on this planet. And it has happened before. and therefore they may be able to offset this with that technology. That's all I said, Steve. I did not say I was something special. I wish I wasn't called upon this thing because I could have become a born-again preacher and robbed widows and orphans and made a lot more money in a much shorter time.
All right, here's Hef in Massachusetts.
Hello, Hef.
Hey, they call me Hef, but my nickname is Jefe del Sol. I gotta tell you, au quatangenois. I love you.
Au quatangenois.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you, have you heard a little bit about what's going on with Pharrell and his vacation? Like, Black on Black has taken up all that airtime. I wanted to know a little bit how you felt about that, and I also had a follow-up question.
Let them institute that which they shall. I wish Black on Black all the graciousness. I mean, I wish they make money. I wish they would be popular and all that. I'm not mad at them because if they wanted to give me more time, they could find somewhere to put it.
But you know what the thing is that this is like the first time I've listened to your show, because usually I just get this soundbite on the Stern Show, and I think I love it, and I really actually enjoyed it on my ride home. But here's the thing, man. I mean, these guys, they're going to be on all week for 4 hours a night, and you're not getting any of that. I mean,
I know. But
thanks, Hef.
Thanks, Hef. But I wish him well, Hef. I wish him well.
One more quick follow-up question. You there?
It's got to be quick because we're going out.
Okay, one last question. I'm just wondering, though, I noticed when you call the Stern Show, you're a lot more brighter, and you talk a lot better. It seems like you're a little bit slower and everything else. I mean, are you...
Okay. People, Steven Singer Jewelers. Visit StevenSinger.com today. Okay. Philip and Elizabeth Holt Sanchez, Navajaro, Dr. Richard Courtney.
From the world above, from the world beyond. Riley Martin, The Riley Martin Show on Howard 101.